Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Dark Seer.
Radiant team pick.
Dusk.
Juggernaut.
Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Very good Night Stalker in Kai with just playing the vision game real smart, and it seems like Terran does not want to deal with that again. They ban out the Night Stalker together with the Oracle still again, and the Queen of Pain Invoker removed by First Departure. First Departure, even though they can pick up if they wanted the same heroes that they did earlier with the Venge and the Gyrocopter, they decided, well, you know what, we're gonna try something different. We're gonna go for the Tusk and the Juggernaut. Which is a really cool combination, because normally, if you go for a Tusk Juggernaut combination, so generally, if you go against that, you want to pick up something that can do something to the heroes that are in the snowball, right? Like a Disruptor. Just put a kinetic field around them and, you know, silence them if you can. Or Lina, stun the people that come out of the snowball. Stuff like that. AoE disables or AoE control, AoE damage, anything. Juggernaut can of course spin, and he should be able to spin right before anything will hit him coming out of the snowball. So very strong combination if you want to snowball onto someone. We have a Visage pickup for Terry. I really like that one as well, as they kind of forgo on the Bane this time. Yesterday we saw them picking up Bane a lot, or rather, the first two purple heroes pickup was very common yesterday. So Darkseer still there, but this time no Bane. As we have the Ursa removed from the pool. And I wanna think that that is something that Terran has done in the past with the Visage Ursa combination. You do have the slow Grave Shields there to maybe set up for any extra damage that Ursa can do, so don't want to deal with that. Magnus removed from the pool by tearing themselves. I mean, that's also one of those heroes that is actually quite decent against people with the snowball, right? But they remove themselves. And let's see what we have here, because the first pick after the banning phase is over goes to First Departure, as they will ban out and then pick something instantly. And they are kind of lacking. It depends on what the Tusk is going to do. I mean, Tusk is going to be in number 4 position. I would expect Kai to play that one. So you need your number 5 support still. And that is actually one that they want to ban out. Well, number 5 support on Chen. It can work. Maybe slightly greedy, but Terran does not want to risk it. They removed from the pool. They removed the previous game as well, just to make sure, you know. Because they can.
10 seconds remaining.
And Undying is the last band coming out for First Departures. Kind of a hero that fits together with the Visage in terms of being able to go for an aggressive trialing and just not have a chance to lose that aggressive trialing at any point. Which is very good at fighting early on. And that is a hero that is very good at defending early on. Do not like her ultimate though. I want to point that out. The reason why we see Winter Wyvern so much less from what we saw her and like the previous patch, because of the change to the Winter's Curse. Right now, if you use your Winter's Curse, all their allies are immune. The frozen ally and those
remaining.
cursed to attack their ally are immune to all damage from their enemies.
5 seconds remaining.
So it's not doesn't really count this as a extra as a disable to do damage through. It's more as like a setup. And
Radiant
the dual kill that
team
actually that one hero that gets attacked upon, but it's I don't like it. Angel Spirit. Up. I'm gonna solid disable there. I mean, we saw the effect that a Vengeful Spirit has previous games, so I don't see any problems with
10
this.
seconds remaining.
I think it's a clever choice. I think it's a good hero.
5 seconds
I think it's a
remaining.
fun hero. Juggernaut can dodge your magic missile though if he's fast enough on the Blaze Fury. So they can
Reserve time.
Tusk if he's fast enough on the Snowball, of course. But at least it's a disable, so it's good. On top of that, you've got the Wave of Terror to help you take Roshan faster. You've got the Wave of Terror to help the birds do more damage if they go on someone. Do it all around. Let's take a look. First departure. Do they want to secure their offlaner or their... I mean, Bear, the previous game worked out real well. But they did have the Night Stalker to provide the vision for it too. I'm not sure if they would want to do it again. I mean, he had a good timing on his blink. The swap is going to be there though, and that's a hero, because Vengeful Spirit is a bit of a counter towards the Bet Rider in that regard, so perhaps picking up something else for Cal this time. Maybe... And there's so many options, I can't even start guessing. I mean, obviously there's the usual suspects. Clockwork, etc. We saw a Weaver yesterday as well.
Dire
Go for the
team
mid laner first, so that will be Xuba's mid, the Zeus. They dealt with it previous game. They had Yamate on the Zeus, on the side of tearing, and he was able to put a lot of damage. He didn't go for an Ether Lens though.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Ether. Just in case anybody says that my pronunciation is wrong. But I practiced on it. Ether Lens. Ether Lens. But yeah, I do like the Ether Lens on Zeus a lot actually. Feel like it's kind of nice to have that as a first item. Oh.
Radiant team ban.
Okay. Yeah, there is a bit of counter push already in the Winter Wyvern and the Zeus as well. But this could be very painful. Because the disables that First Departure has is
10
basically only
seconds
Winter
remaining.
Wyvern's Winter's Curse.
5 seconds.
They need way
remaining.
more lockdown. You don't want to be able to take down a Lycan because
Reserve
a Winter's
time.
Curse is not going to take down a Lycan.
Dire team ban.
Which offlaner could they pick up that has a lot of lockdown? Yes, Clockwork might still be it, but Lycan is just going to get swapped out.
10
So if
seconds
Lycan...
remaining.
This I could disable win rate? I don't
seconds
like that
remaining.
actually. Good work though.
Reserve
Might be a
time.
bit too greedy.
10 seconds
And
remaining.
maybe the only reason I think of that hero is because I personally
Radiant
like the hero.
team pick.
Well, Tidehunter is a good one. Tidehunter is one that actually can do this. Each other forgetting,
10 seconds remaining.
or maybe if they don't want to deal with the Lycan, maybe
5
they
seconds
just go.
remaining.
Maybe they put Tusk in the offlane and go for Shadow Shaman. And they have some pushing power of themselves as well.
Reserve time.
They do that.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds
See.
remaining.
Bounty hunter.
Dire team pick.
It's a good hero. It basically kind of says we're gonna focus on the other 4 and leave Lycan to it. Unless they want to kill them off earlier on. Oh, I do like Tiny's Tiring lineup though. I like the Tiny as well. I think Tiring has a solid grip on this game with the draft that they have. First departure, they gotta have a way to walk around this, or to work around this rather. You can't walk around that. No, I think Tiring looks good. I mean, they need to, because if they don't, they're just not
Prepare
gonna
for
make it
battle.
through. And they need to make it through if they want to have a chance to make it to Shanghai, you know. Because the tickets are already sold out, so this is the only way they're gonna get there. Hey guys. Let's see how Tiring can or cannot. What is this with this camera? It tries to pick both heroes, and then in effect it doesn't actually show anybody. Anyways, Yamate will play the Tiny 3-4-3, will play the Vengeful Spirit. We have Ling on the Visage. A bit further in the front is Ben on his Lycan, and that will leave Ice once again on the Darkseer. Moving over to first departure, once again on the Radiant side,
30
Suba
seconds to battle.
on the Zeus, Miracle playing the Juggernaut, Lobby on the Winter Wyvern. I already turned to Rome playing his Bounty Hunter. I do like him on those type heroes though, and Cal playing the offlane Tusk, so they'll still have an offlane Tusk, but I just think I would have liked to see something with more disables coming out from the side of first departure. Ice is starting to get cold here. How is that possible? Oh well. Well, let's see what they can do. Lanes are fairly straightforward from the side of first departure. Dual lane / tri lane, depending on what that bounty hunter does, but he'll roam. So dual lane coming out with the Juggernaut and the Winter Wyvern, which is actually a really great combination because you do have the Arctic Burn, and that if you slow the target enough, you can Blade Fury him to death. How that works. Mid lane Zeus versus Tiny. Should be fairly even for the moment. Neither should die. Later on, you have to be careful as a Zeus because the combination of Tiny does really hurt. And then a Tusk on the offlane. He won't have the easiest of times. I think that the Darkseer has an easier time as the offlane. Better plan anyways. As a Vengeful Spirit and Visage will be the supports there for the Lycan up top. Bounty Hunter is now rotating towards top as well, or perhaps helping out mid a bit. They do have a sentry, so they'll see Bounty Hunter rotating. And they see the Observer Ward as well. And they see the Bounty Hunter. And he now notices that he is visible, so he has to be careful. In the meantime, Avalanche makes sure that Zeus couldn't get close. I like that sentry ward position. That's where the other sentry ward went. That makes sense. Some heavy rotation coming in here, by the way, guys. Toss back into the stun. Up on that Zeus there. In comes the ice shards. It's not enough to do enough damage to the tiny, and Zeus is the one to die. Iron Shell there too. Darkseer just doesn't like to be on the bottom lane, so he decides to just go to the middle and help get that kill. He knew he was there. Tower got the kill, or the creeps even. Both got shared. This Tusk is having the roughest of times. Hasn't gotten a single point experience just yet. I mean, I knew I wouldn't do well on this lane because it's just a very tough lane to go on, right? But I thought he'd get more than 0. Avalanche coming back to help out. Avalanche is still there though, and he's gonna get tossed into the Vengeful Spirit again. The stun, not there, no mana, but it might not be needed. The right clicks are there. Stun coming out, now it is there. In comes the shards, helping out a lot as Bounty Hunter is the one to go down under the tower. Not able to get that Tiny, who makes it to the base on 15 health. There's still a kill going the way of Tarring. And with Zeus being forced back to base, look at this Cal. It was his plan all along. Not let his teammate die, but at least come in late enough so that Zeus still took enough damage to have to go back to base. So good. So worth. He does teleport back though. Actually, Bounty Hunter teleports back. But Zeus as well. Tusk is at least level 2. Now he has a snowball.
Regeneration.
Got it.
Lycan is doing fine on the farm. So is Juggernaut. And Zeus is actually able to be higher last hit than the Tiny, even though he did die. Oh, they go for this. Nah, they can't. They can't stun him. They have so little lockdown on the side of first departure. Sorry guys, I'm kind of lost in thought because I'm feeling like first departure is in a tough spot, and I'm trying to find a way for them to deal with what's coming for them, because Terry has got a lineup that is has very little downtime. They don't have to work around big ultimates or something, so they're very non-stop.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I mean, the big ultimate that they have is the Darkseer wall, I guess. But you don't really have to work around that. You can just go pushing anyways, because you got a Lycan. Maybe you gotta work around the wolf cooldown, but even that, as long as you man on your Tiny, you're okay. Was a teleport to the top lane from the Bounty Hunter. But the sentry ward's already there. And they know. They're so prepared. Winter Wyvern went top as well. But he's also spotted. I mean, that's the reason why they put the sentry down as well. They've got that ward on the high ground over there. It's such a good place to place the ward. Oh, they want to find a Tusk. They found the Tusk. He goes into a snowball and balls himself to the lane. Still gonna get stunned up. In comes the wolf now. Bounty Hunter coming in. Nice cold embrace, helping him out. The dust comes out. They go for Kai instead. Easy target. Easy kill. Ling gets it. Juggernaut though gets it on me slash, but the last tick went to the creep wave. He gets a lucky crit though. Gets at least a kill worth it. Puts himself in the snowball on the last moment as they go for the Vengeful Spirit. The Vengeful does have a stun. Goes for the stun on the Winter Wyvern and also gets the Wave of Terror out on Lobby. Lobby should be fine though. Someone else tanks the creep wave for him, which will be a creep wave. The tower, he tanks the tower for him. The creep wave tanks the tower for him. Yeah. First 2 kills. First departure. Meantime, Bounty Hunter. Some trouble. Or is he in trouble? He's got 1 Shuriken toss. Not enough to kill someone before. In comes the Tusk. You got the vision, you got the snowball. This is enough. Nicely done with the shards, Cal. He now has mana boots. He's got 2 kills to his name, he's level 5. It's impressive. You were wondering what first departure should do? This was exactly it. They got 3 kills on board now. Where's Lycan back to base? Lycan almost got his flats ready. Actually decides to go for treads first. Yeah, the Radiant set doesn't really have a good Roshan taken lineup, so they have to be really wary for Lycan and Venge where they are taking Roshan, and they don't really have any wards up around to Roshpit right now. They just have control over their lanes. Oh, and with that control over their lanes, they should know, Winter Wyvern, you should run. You should fly as fast as you possibly can. You're not going to be fast enough. You're actually going to die. Double damage rune on the Tiny. He's about to run out, but I don't think it matters. He's able to TP out. Yeah, smart choice. Tower will still die though. Tier 1 tower. First one to go down. Howl helps tremendously for that as well.
Radiant's top tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Juggernaut with the phase boost and the Aquila. Goes for drums. I'd get fairly free for him. It has the highest last hits on the map. Does also have a kill to his name. With Terry having a non-stop lineup, kind of curious to see when first departure wants to try and stop the non-stop lineup, because Terry, I mean, I think they're pretty happy with the way things are going. The Lycan will just slowly push down all the towers. The Tiny will just continue farming as well. So Darkseer, when he got a mechanism, he will be maybe trying to involve his team more. But they don't really need each other per se that much. They can just continue doing what they're doing right now. So I feel like the ball is in the court of first departure. Try to make a move and stop what is happening for Towering right now, because Towering is in a pretty good spot. And they're gonna try to make themselves be in a better spot as they smoke up. Got the combination from the Tiny, who's building towards his Blink Dagger, saving up that gold. They try to look for a target. Zeus and Wyvern not go. Oh wait. Oh, Juggernaut is visible. They see him. Enchanter is gonna reveal them first. Blade Fury is there. Miracle taking a lot of damage. In comes the Howl as well. Miracle, yeah, it's got the Omnitrack, makes it out in time, and in comes the Zeus as well with a lot of earth damage. Yamate goes down together with his Vengeful Spirit. They still get the Juggernaut. And Lycan should be able to make it out. That's not gonna kill him. 20 health left. Lycan himself actually helps with his wolves still. Kills off Ling. 2 for 3 right now. I would say a trade that is fairly even. Even though there's 3 kills going away out of first departure, they lose their Juggernaut. But Lycan doesn't die. Tiny does die. And he didn't end up being able to buy his Blink Dagger. He actually was forced to buy treads first. Right before he died. Yeah, good fight for first departure. I guess first departure does come out ahead in that one. Omnislash was used for Miracle. He did everything he could. Take a look. Oh. Vengeful Spirit has been roaming around a lot. Therefore, still level 4. No swap anytime soon, but he does take some time on the top lane now to get some experience by himself, so that's nice and helpful. As a bounty hunter,
Bottom tower is under attack.
second lowest. Bounty hunter, very dead.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Walking into a sentry ward with the tiny being around. I think this is a sentry ward of the tiny. Yes. There is his own sentry. That's what you do, guys. If you are a core, it's okay to sometimes carry your own detection. Or buy your own detection even. Zeus getting some damage out there on the Dark Seer. Avalanche gets dodged by Miracle. They want to go for this guy. Can they? No, they cannot. There's an Omni Slash again though. All the heroes of First Departure hang around that mid lane. Bounty Hunter coming around from the side. Tearing. I don't think they want to let this go unpunished. As actually that was a feat of a familiar. There are new ones though. Snowballing. They go for the Vengeful Spirit first. Punch her up in the air. Dead.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Do they want to fight? This is the question.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Doesn't look like it. Tier 1 goes down. In the meantime, Lycan doing Lycan things. I mean, Tier 1 bottom fell. Oh, hello. Bounty Hunter gets picked up by the Tiny here as he walks under the sentry, and it looks like First Departure is trying to get some revenge here, but I'm not sure if that's gonna happen. Better yet, they seem to be in trouble as Miracle takes a lot of damage. There's your Winter's Curse trying to help Miracle escape, and it's gonna be doing just that. But they lose the Bounty Hunter there. There's sentries. They're so on point. Tearing is so on point with these sentries, it's insane. They know where the Bounty Hunter is at all times. Or they seem to. Works here. Tracks up. Gets swapped into safety. Another track. This one on the Vengeful Spirit will still end up dead. Can they take out this Visage as well? And track is there in time, right before they kill. First Departure. Wanted to take the Roshan as well. They see it's almost down. Lycan. Oh, poor Lycan. Triple kill for the Zeus. Aegis going the way of the Juggernaut. The Roshan still died to the wolves, by the way, so the Dire gets the gold for that, but
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It was very rough. That's the Aether lens, rather. I like it. It's good. Lycan and Tiny still a very high on net worth, but so are Juggernaut and Zeus. It's fairly even spread right now. Net worth shows that as well, only 1.5k gold in favor of First Departure, which is basically, or in favor of Tiring rather, basically nothing. Experience gain 2k. Also comes down to barely anything right now. The difference in net worth actually goes mostly into the Visage right now, who's building towards his axe. Can they take this tower? I think they can. There's still a fortification. There it is. Can they track someone in? Can they swap someone in? It's a question. In comes Snowball, the punch. His ultimate as well, and the wall is down. A lot of damage being done to Cal already. He has to be forced back, but he still gets a wall tossed in his face. Ben now Omni Slash that and double kill for Miracle. As that toss definitely was not worth it. They don't get the tower even, guys. Familiars would try to go back in. Nah, they won't. The thing is with Terran's lineup, yeah, they have more push.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
But it also means that first departure kinda has to fight them when they push.
Radiant's bottom
And
tower
that can
is
obviously
under attack.
go both ways, good or bad. Makes sense. But when they start going good for first departure, the pushes are gonna be going to get more difficult for Terran as they go, because there's a lot of gold going the way of first departure because of the track gold. What's gonna happen then? And then Terran is gonna start pushing less, and that's not good for their lineup because they need to kind of push, because that is what their lineup is about. Having that non-stop lineup, having that basically kind of death ball thing going on. The reason we're following Bounty Hunter a lot, by the way, is because he seems to find himself in positions that often get him killed. He's the one rotating most around the map, so I'm just wanting to make sure that I'm not gonna miss him, or not gonna miss him to die, not gonna miss a kill anymore, not on him anyways. By just following him all the time. It's the only way. Remember how I said that I thought that the ball was in first departure's court? I will change that now. Because first departure at this point has to just wait for Terran to go for another push and then fight them. And then start taking pushes off the back of the fights that they win. If they win the fight, obviously. Oh, Tiny. Where are you going, buddy? That Invis rune. He's got that combo. A deadly combo. He doesn't know where to go, and right now he's just wasting time. Tier 1 tower on the bottom lane seems to be the target for first departure. They rotate towards that one. Whoa. You're next to a sentry ward again, dude.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Tier 1 in the middle will be taken by Tiny in the meantime, but that was a long time coming. Are they gonna defend this?
Radiant's middle tower has
I did have someone teleport into the top lane. We have both Ling and Ice there now. In the meantime, Tiny pushing middle.
Dire's bottom tower has
Like him pushing top. Pushes here, guys.
Radiant's
And
top
that.
tower is under attack.
That is just one small push. It just gets reclaimed. Economical units and wolves just going for it. Going for the tower. Choke off in the meantime. Tuscan Winter Wyvern. Yamate is the target. Can they take him down? They need more. Zeus coming in as well. And that is a swap into safety from 343. He might pay for that though, and I think he is indeed dead. But Tiny is not. Worse. This game is really tricky because I feel like Terran has a better draft still, which is what I said after the draft as well. But First Departure is playing it really smart, and they try to apply pressure the whole time, but the split push will still be there, like it is already up on top. First Departure know they need to fight. They've got decent farm on the Juggernaut as well. And I just want to point out that this game is very important for Terran, because if they don't win this game, they will not force out a third game. And their chances of going to Shanghai are lost, are gone.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
At this rate, this First Departure squad is actually pushing faster than Terran. Maybe we have to wait for another Roshan for them to make another push it. The tower top line will go down very soon, I think. Unless Juggernaut can farm up all the wolves. Yeah, I guess he can. Yeah, never mind. Tower is not gonna die. Hello! What you doing there, buddy? Ooh, you got a big tree, Amate? You got a big tree? Now where do they go? There's a bounty hunter. And the dust gets popped, they found bounty hunter. This should be an easy kill, but it's the only kill they're gonna get with that 5-man rotation. Maybe they're gonna get the tower though. That could be it. Yeah, they're gonna push straight for the tower as well. Get a kill, get a gank, get a tower. Everybody here. Juggernaut not here. Bounty hunter up again in 20. Ooh, swap forward. And the toss as well. Lobby gets put in a snowball for the moment. No. Curse came out. Terry, alive, dead. Zeus coming in. Suba with the nuke damage. Miracle trying to jump away. He does have still got the Omni Slash, but he won't be able to use it for the moment as Tusk. He's the one that dies instead of him, I feel. The wolf at your door. Killing off your tower. TP in from the bounty hunter. Would you really do that? No. Okay. Maybe they can kill the birds. No, it gets resummoned. Scary scenarios for both teams. But Terran definitely getting ahead there and definitely getting away with the better trade. It might be able to take down Roshan as well. They do take Roshan very fast, as I pointed out before. Well, the last time when they took Roshan, first departure was where? First departure killed them all. Well, I didn't all, but at least a few. How often do you see a Vanguard nowadays, guys? How about that? Vanguard Bounty Hunter. Let's take a look at more items. We already knew the Battle Fury for the Juggernaut. He now also got himself a Sanj. Mechanism ready on Cal. Winter Wyvern with no items. Might go for Glimmer Cape. I guess it makes sense, because there's loads of physical damage coming out from tearing, right? So you want to get that Crimson Guard. BKB being built by Yamate. I still have in the mechanism, and Ling is taking a while to build up his ads. Necronomicon level 3 for the Lycan after Vlad's. No real surprise items. The bounty hunter that I just pointed out. Well, surprise, maybe not a surprise, but yeah, it's not an item that you often see anymore. Scouting Wolf. Oh, Roshan is so important, guys, that both teams don't want to risk going for it first. But apparently not important enough to warrant any vision placed around the map, around the Roche pit. Familiars do get the vision there, so that's nice. They also have a wolf, but it's all dire side vision. Radiant does not have anything in that regard.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Learn Crimson Guard recipe. There it is. Are they gonna smoke? Is this wolf gonna scout out them smoking? No, they're not gonna smoke right now.
Radiant's top tower
2 smokes
is
in the
under
Winter
attack.
Wyvern. Tiny. We okay. Just getting tracked up, just getting some vision out. Tiny doesn't have detection anymore. The wolf is gone. But there will be a new wolf. Who now knows? There's all of a sudden a lot of people missing on the map. They found the Tiny. They killed the Tiny. Tiny can't do anything anymore. Can they kill more is the question. Juggernaut get his mega kill streak. That's a lot of gold for that Jug. They also got Juggernaut got the Hammond Halberd. Interesting to see. Without the Tiny, can they defend Roche? I feel like they need to try. They're gonna try Visage. Got the familiar disables. The wolves are here too. Radiant. Wolves don't do anything. Familiars don't do anything. Juggernaut Aegis. Radiant Roshan. And first departure. Secured. Guys, is Tearing playing their lineup properly, or are they more passive than I feel like they should be, or is it at this stage so scary to push in because they keep losing the fights, or they lost some fights? Not they don't keep losing, they won some fights too. But because they lost some fight, they feel more careful than they probably should be. Maybe they want to wait for the Lycan with this BKB. Then I will allow that actually. A BKB on Lycan will make a big difference. That Zeus is putting out a lot of burst damage that you have to be wary for. Powers are even. Oh, they want to go for this Tiny, and the snowball's on. The Zeus damage is already coming through, and that is a kill. Toss or not, here you come. Thunder God's Wrath used for that as well. In the meantime, on the top lane, or bottom lane, Juggernaut going for the tier 2 tower.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
No defense for the tower on the top lane on the tier 2, but they can trade. It's fine, I think. Maybe the tower can defend himself.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Does look like it.
Radiant's top tower.
They're just gonna push forward. I mean, they have the Aegis. Why not, right? Frags left and right. Miracle taking a lot of damage there. Does have the Blade Fury. Does have an Aegis as well, so he should be okay. Taking quite a bit of damage from the birds as well. Golden Embrace is there to help him out. Is he gonna try to on the slash right away? No. This
Did you not?
comes out in the Visage. Soul Assumption. With the Aegis gone, they will back off. They can deny the tower if they want to on the top lane. Maybe Juggernaut needs a Maelstrom. So you can clear out the wolves, clear out the necronomical units. Yeah, the birds will still need the 3 hits and stuff, but he goes for AC. Okay. It's good. They need the armor.
I'll take that.
They need AC, they need the Vlads. They need all that. They can use everything they have. Everything you can think of that will stop physical damage from happening, or will reduce the physical damage. So armor
Dire's
is
top
key.
tower is under attack.
The auras are needed. I'm of true side now for the bounty hunter. Visage has one as well. Gotta be careful there. There's only one observer ward up for the dire side though, which is in the Radiant jungle. Last tier 2 tower on the side of Tearing. They're all gathering up to defend it or take it, depending on which team you are. 5 heroes, rather 10 heroes, showing their faces here. You falls first. Oh, bounty. Dust. Yeah, you're dead. You're falling first. Gem on deck. Now Tiny has got the Winter's Curse and he's taking quite a bit of damage from that Lycan. Oh my god, he's taking a lot of damage from that Lycan actually. Gotta be careful there as Vengeful Spirit trying to make something happen, distracting the Zeus on the sidelines. Should be enough for Tiny. to buy some time and do some damage, and he is indeed getting the kills there, left and right. Lovey now in a lot of trouble, does not have a cold embrace, getting chased down by Ben, but Ben has to be forced back. Another soul subject coming out, Link gets it. Zeus is still alive in the meantime though, gets a double kill, will get punched down. Gets suicided, or does commit suicide. I think the Vengeful Spirit was the MVP this fight. Vengeful Spirit distracted the Zeus, so Tiny basically was alone together with the Lycan, with the rest of the team of First Departure, and they could just kill them off. They could just kill off the Juggernaut. Armor or not. I did like the Winter's Curse though, I didn't think I would, because it makes it, normally I'd want to see the Winter's Curse on the squishy target so that the squishy target at least dies, but the amount of damage that Lycan did on that Tiny was quite insane actually. All the creeps there too. Yep. Good fight for Tearing. Tower still stands. First Departure. Still need to keep applying the pressure because the moment that they stop doing that, Tearing will be taking out all the towers. Tearing will be the one to win this game. Which they need to, like I said. Or is that the third game? Avalanche touch, they find themselves the Juggernaut. They're trying to chase him, in comes the Winter's Curse. Is there enough damage there to kill off the Avatar? Yes there is! With the Zeus ultimate at the end there, the pipe goes on too late. Vacuum in, Zeus be backing off there. Whoo, never mind, Zeus dead, only flash happening. Is there enough damage there? Not right now, but it might be still. In comes nothing. Zeus actually got put in a snowball, guys, I missed that one. But that is Cal saving the day, I think. Departure doing it. Winter's Curse doing it, guys. I have to take it back.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's
Winter's Curse.
Dire's middle tower
This was just in time, right after. Helped a lot though, and the pipe, there is a pipe on the side of Tearing, but it just wasn't on in time. In the Dark Seer. And that's the lane of rats. Team with the push lineup got pushed. Lost rats. Soon we'll know when the new Roshan is up. That will be... I mean, it has to be Tearing's.
Regeneration.
There's just no other way. 2.5 minutes. A long Roshan respawn timer.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I like these dire wards. Having some control over their own jungle. Tiny, looking forward. Then tracked up. There's a veil on the Zeus now too. There's Departure. Trying to just farm. Their strength up for their next go, the next push. I'm curious to see what the Juggernaut's gonna build up next. I still would like to see Vlad's, but actually Vlad's now built by the Bounty Hunter, so because I was gonna say he's not the right target for Vlad's because he probably wants to buy damage instead. I like that the Bounty Hunter built it instead. We did have the Radiant Courier dive, and it had... Ooh! That is, Scotty. Yeah, so Scotty is the item that, the Miracle wants to go for. And he almost has it, too. If only the Courier was alive. 1 minute. Roshan's up, so he won't have it for the next Roshan. Unless they can just leave it in the pit for a little while, which remains to be seen. Bit of a lack of words on the side of the Radiant though around the Roche pit. They've got one Observer Ward up, defensive one up top. That one. But again, Dire side doesn't have any Roche Ward up either, but they do have one in the Radiant jungle, which is very helpful. See how many people are going to try to go for Roche. The Tusk is not coming close enough to counter that ward. It's kind of weird to see. First Departure has physically the most control over the map, but in terms of vision, in terms of knowing where everybody is, Tearing is doing a way better job than that. They just can't act on it. They feel like they can't. Maybe they don't try to do enough with their tiny combination. They know where the Bounty Hunter is, slowing him down. Where's the backup for that Bounty Hunter? He puts up the... Nah, he's dead. Crimson Guard or not, Cal, he tried to come in to save with the snowball, but he's not gonna make it out either. Gem of True Sight on deck. That's Roche time. Perfect timing for Tiring. This could be the time that they need. This could be the fight that they need. And the kill that they need. Push that they need. The Roshan going the way of Tearing. Aegis on the side of the tiny. Please, Tearing. Make something happen with it. Just try. Try to push. You know you need to. You know you have to.
Is under
Take
attack.
that as tribute.
Surprisingly, it's First Departure that makes the first move. He's moving into the Dire jungle. Kai has to be careful though. He knows that they have gems. Oh, they want to go for this time here. Do they have enough damage? Dusk is not here yet. He's still on his way. Tiny can blink forward, goes for the Juggernaut. Juggernaut knows which one's the real one, has got that Omni Slash. In comes the Lycan. Howl is on. Looking for a spot perhaps. More tracks going up. Miracle. Spinning back into position. Can they catch someone out? Do they want to catch someone out? They want to. Well, they can't. It's so weird to see that First Departure is the one initiating that and Tearing not wanting to fight that even though they have an Aegis rather. And Aghanims actually as well. But Aegis. Still slightly insecure of the damage that they can put out. But maybe they don't have to worry about the damage they put out. Maybe they can just have the Lycan split pushing. The push of the Lycan has been paused for a little while now as the tower on top lane, for example, is still standing on barely any health. They can still deny it if they want to, but nobody's come to sneak it either. I think Lycan's Wolves and Necronomicon with the Howl can actually take it down. Smoke from Tarring. Who are they gonna try to find? Zeus and Winter Wyvern. And they come, and they go. Avalanche toss after blinking in. That's one down, one to go. Zeus, where is he gonna go? He can't go anywhere. He can kill himself. I mean, that's something he'll probably want to do. Yep, there you go. Suicide. Juggernaut teleported into the tier 1. 40 seconds, both will be up again. But I think they're gonna lose that tower before the day is done.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
There they go. They just reclaimed it in about a minute or so. And pushing power, the pushing strength of Terry is insane. Snowball stays the day. Omnislash is still there, but not doing enough damage by far. Tiny doing what he can with his BKB turned on. Juggernaut still in there, very tanky with his Scotty, but not tanky enough. Not tanky enough at all. Now, oh, man, jeez, he's okay. He's fine. He's running away on his BKB. In comes the Winter Scourge. Vengeful Spirit, taking quite a bit of damage. That will be a track kill going the way of first approach. At least he can get that one, but that's the first target he can get down. The rest of the team of Tarring looks to escape, looks to run away and hide. And it looks like they actually can, as we do have Lycan still caught out, not able to do anything, not having his wolf form anymore, and will still drop. They lost the tier 3 tower, but that is all. That is it. And they still are unwilling to use that Aegis. The Aegis is about to disappear, but I mean, he could have just, because he backed off. Scared to die, even in his Aegis. I feel like he shouldn't have done that, but at the same time, perhaps he would have died twice, allowing a setup for first departure. They did get a tier 3 tower though, so they're on the right track.
Invisibility.
But if they made this trade, even if they didn't have an Aegis, it would have been fine as well. So I feel like they could do this again, perhaps. I did, of course, pick up the Zeus and the Winter Wyvern before, so allowing, like, having a gank first and then going after, something that I can try to look to repeat. Miracle. Give me a bit of a beating. Pipe goes on. It's just an illusion. Pipe is off.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I want to kill the familiar here. And I do. There are no new familiars yet. Ooh, swap in. Yamate. Veil is on. On to Yamate. And he pops his BKB right in time because in comes the Zeus ultimate. The Omnislash is still there as well though, as we do have Lobby looking for that Winter Scourge position. He finds it up into the Lycan just to hold him in position, just so that he can't attack, but it does make Ling immortal for the moment, or rather immune to damage from anybody in first apart. It doesn't matter though, he still ends up dropping, but he buys back instantly. Everybody's still alive, or alive again. First departure just gets their priority straight. Goes for the Rex. Fortification. First out. Tarring. Knife Jet going in. Now in comes the Tiny. Looking for the kill. Pops his manta. Tries to run. Gets tracked up. Gets slowed down. Gets swapped into safety by a 3-4-3. He pops to dust. Lycan ends up buying back. Goes down to the Juggernaut. Ling dead as well. Shuriken toss. Bouncing around. And Vengeful Spirit was still on the back lines and regrets that she stuck around. And this could be it. This could be all she wrote for Tarring. They lose one lane of Rax, and it looks like first departure's not backing down, not backing off. Goes for the next lane. Goes for the last lane. Goes for the bottom lane. In the meantime, Zeus in the back of the base, forcing Tarring back into their fountain. Snowball. They want to get the Lycan again. He already bought back. Zeus Ultimate's not going to hit him though because he turned on his BKB. This might be the time they can get him.
Now have
Cal
no peace.
surviving for the moment, and it's actually Juggernaut that goes for the Lycan again. GG, good luck next. It is time for First Departure to move on to the next round. Mega Creeps are there. And First Departure, 2-0's Tearing to face up against MVP Phoenix in their next series, and that series will decide which of those two teams will move on and take their place at the Shanghai Major.